Hey, Bougie Gang, what's going on? What's for lunch today? Is anybody eating lunch already? Who's eating lunch yet? I'm thinking about lunch, but I haven't gotten into lunch. I literally just got off another live. So I was live over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Um, Hi everybody, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. What's going on? I do want to talk. Hey, rocking for 14. Okay, period. 14 months. And you know this. Okay. Did you see yesterday? I feel like, did you see yesterday? Was that you? I think who got, girl, Sonia was reading many folk comments. Did you see? I was in and out. Did you hear Sonia was reading your comments? She was reading a lot of people's comments, but anyway. Okay, let's talk about this real quick because when I come back, it's going to be on some other stuff. First of all, there's some court later today, so just have your notifications set. I'm going to put up a live for 1:30, y'all. We finish here. I'm going live at 1:30. And then I also want to talk about what's going on, the case that is very similar to what happened with Naziah Harris. However, I'm not going to say times 10, but it's girl, a lot, right? Was he just live or something? Did I see Dennis's live when? I haven't, no. What are you talking? Was it recent? Did I miss something? Anyway, I'm live right now. So send me a note if there's something you want me to see or something like that. I don't know. But no, I have not seen. No, no, I didn't see his live last night. Did something happen that I need to? Yeah. Yes, that's it. Well, did you guys see the title? I don't so hopefully so I'm sure you guys know this. I don't go to any. First of all, I get my own alerts. That's number 1. Well, if you guys are already up to date, then we don't have to talk about it. I can just see you guys at 1:30. Is that what it is? But I don't go to other bloggers for updates. I don't know if other bloggers go to other bloggers for updates, but this blogger doesn't go to other bloggers for updates. So I didn't, I get my own alert. I have my own subscription and I get alerts. So yesterday I was at a soccer game. So you guys know I'm busy with the booster club. So I guess those of you who know don't know, but sis was busy yesterday evening, so I didn't have an opportunity to come back live. But no, it's okay. I don't do that. Let's see. Okay. Very good. So whatever Dennis is publicizing over there, he's got an update. That's awesome. I'll check it out later, but there was a document published. It's nothing new here. When documents are published, we talk about them, right? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I know Anyway, also, if you follow me in Patreon, did I publish that this morning? I published some things this morning. So if you are in Patreon, then you have a couple little document update over there that some of you guys might be interested in. So go check that out. If you don't have the membership, you can always get the documents. And you can always get into, you can do how you want and you can get stuff individually, you can do a membership, you can do however you want. But I did publish some stuff regarding Sonia and what she's got going on that we just don't really have time for over here. Okay, I got you guys. Wait, what I miss? Who are no. Anywho, okay. Let me double check one more thing just to make sure. Y'all, YouTube is getting to be kind of a little bit of a crazy place right now. I don't understand. I don't get it. uh Anywho. Okay. All right. Hopefully everybody. Oh, so to our friend, so is it Laugh? Wait. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, I will be back at it's got me second guessing. Am I gonna do what I plan to do at 1:30? I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put up a live for 1:30, and then I have a couple of things. So one thing is gonna be a live update. But yeah, let's just get through this now. And okay. All right. Just a second. Let me just double check what we've got going on here. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Let me set my screen up. Okay. Okay, here we go. So yesterday there was a document filed. It's full of errors, obviously. Unless there's something Shawn's trying to tell us that he hadn't told us, but it's full of errors. So I also was just double checking to see if maybe there was a corrected document file, because the pronouns were all kind of discombobulated. But if, I don't know what Shawn got going on over there, but clearly an eye for detail is not one of them. So it's a little bit weird. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to just assume that this is his filing, because there is a case starting, and I did look it up to see what was going on, like what in the crazy case does he have going on, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate that. It's just, I'm saying, like, girl, I feel like that was a weird comment, but I'm not, like, it's okay, like, whatever. Anywho, let's get to it. All right. All right. So I'm sure you guys are already aware. This was, oh God, did I just click on that? Hold on a second. Okay, I feel like this is much better. Okay, this is better. Where is my document? Okay. So I did have a little bit of fun with the document, because the document's full of errors anyway. So I threw Sonia's picture up here because I know she's got to be. I think she's probably thrown like the rest of us are. I don't know what. So this is the deal. So Shawn Hoover works in a public defender's office. Now, Joy Walker, who works with Shawn, is part of the public defense. She's like a managing attorney. So in a way, is she Shawn's boss? Sort of, but she manages that public defender's office. So I wonder, I don't know why potentially things could be on hold for him. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to opt to have Joy handle his case, if Joy can handle his case in Roberto's absence, but it looks like Shawn is going to be busy with another large case. Okay. So he filed a document. It was filed yesterday afternoon. And basically it's stating that, so when they're going to be out of the office, vacation, other cases, their schedule that might interfere. We've seen these before. So filing a leave of absence is basically giving a calendar update to the courts, the various courts, that this is what I have going on. and we have to schedule accordingly, because based on my schedule, I might not be available for what any one of my clients may have coming up. That's all that this is. So he filed something. The notable thing is that there were some errors, because it looks like this might just be a template, but obviously, even if this is a template, the template still needs to be customized. And basically, it is saying, comes now Shawn Hoover and respectfully notifies all judges before whom she has cases pending. We know Shawn is a man, but like I said, this is probably a template, unless that's the pronouns that he uses, and I'm not judging. Okay. But Shawn Hoover respectfully notifies all judges before whom she has cases pending. Now, okay. All affected clerks of court and opposing counsel that she will be on leave pursuant to Uniform State Court Rule 16.1 and respectfully files this notice of leave of absence from the Superior Court and shows the court the following. Petitioner requests a leave of absence for all cases currently pending in Fulton County Superior Court assigned to her, and those to which she will be assigned between the dates of filing and the request of leave of absence. I would have thought by this morning that there would have been a corrected document filed. It's just weird. It appears that maybe they just did, and you guys know we've seen this before. There's a lot of lawyers who use kind of a template and kind of a fill in the blank situation. And that's probably what was done here, but I can't begin to make any assumptions on Roberto and what he's got going on with his pronoun situation. It kind of was, it's a little bit distracting, at least. Okay. Petitioner will be starting a specially set multi-co-defendant 118 count indicted trial that is scheduled. So I looked up this trial yesterday because I was just like, what is going on here? This is crazy, right? What? 118 count indicted trial that is scheduled to start May 5th. So Sir sounds like he's getting ready to be extremely busy. And then he's got all his caseload. So Barrow, Bibb, is it Chattooga, DeKalb, Doherty, Fayette, or maybe they say Fayette, Fulton, is it McCann or McCone, McDuffie, Mitchell, Muskogee, Richmond, Spalding, all of these places Sir has clients. Okay. It's signed by the wrong attorney. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. So maybe he's going to come back. We'll see a updated copy of this. I have no idea. It's a weird filing. It's not weird in the sense that a lawyer is going to file for time because they're going on vacation. They have blackout dates. There's things where they're not going to be available. This is common, but as far as so many mistakes, it's weird. But okay, that's him. Anyway, so it appears that this is the case that Shawn is currently working on. I believe this is the case. So I looked it up. It's so Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr today announced that 11 people. So this is dated back January 23rd, 2024. Attorney General Chris Carr announced today that 11 people have been charged in a new 114 count indictment in Lawrence County obtained by his office's gang prosecution unit. As asserted in the indictment, the defendants are associated with a hybrid criminal street gang known as Money, Power, Loyalty, or MPL, such as they are alleged to have conspired together to obtain money, property, firearms by engaging in a pattern of criminal activity, including murder, aggravated assault, armed robbery, and dealing in controlled substances. This indictment is part of a multi-agency operation that has resulted in the recovery of guns, drugs, including cocaine with fentanyl and fentanyl pills. This indictment is a testament to the results we're able to achieve when all levels of law enforcement work together to do one thing: keep Georgians safe, said Carr. When gang violence occurs, it threatens the lives of those directly involved in conflict and equally impacts the children and families who live, work, and learn in the surrounding community. We will not allow this cycle of danger and devastation to continue, and we will not rest until those responsible are held. It just sounds like it's giving another YSL. They're giving, so from May until like what, October or something like that. He's asking from May to August. I just wonder, with that many defendants, it's just giving YSL part 2. It's giving YSL part 2. It's going to take a long time, and it's giving a lot. So these are the people and their names. I'll drop a link to this. The conspiracy. Each of the defendants has been charged with at least one count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act, specifically October 16th through January 1st of 2024. The defendants are alleged to have conspired together with others to achieve the following objectives: acquire United States currency, weapons, property, maintain. Okay, so we read that part. The Attorney General's gang prosecution. So Jamal Tompkins is facing charges for alleged involvement in the shooting death of Travis Plummer, July 12, 2020. Scary Lewis, Jaquan Stevens, Keotavius DeVoe, and LaQuavion Stuckey are facing charges for their alleged involvement in a drive-by shooting which occurred in April of 2021 at a home that was occupied by 12 individuals, including 9 children. And Gregory Floyd is facing charges for alleged involvement in a shooting that occurred January 20, 2022 at a Hop-In gas station. The full list of charges against each of the defendants is including, I don't know. So Jamal Tompkins, 1 count of murder, 2 counts of felony murder, 8 counts of aggravated. So this sounds like this is going to take a long time. Okay. What does this mean to Nesto? Let's look at these charges again. So murder, aggravated assault, possession of cocaine, Schedule 2 controlled substances, 1 count of possession of marijuana, 10 counts. Girl, all of this. Look at this. Gregory, Jaquan, Keotavius, Mr. DeVoe, Mr. Stuckey, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Stanley Janquavius, Delon, Vickers, Ja'Cory, George, and Jerez. Baby, they got a lot going on here. Okay. Hold on. And then they got the indictment. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. No further information about the investigation or indictment may be released at this time. Hold on. Oh my Jesus. Okay, something to download. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Girl, they got the whole okay. So this is a little set called Money, Power, Loyalty. I will post this indictment if you guys are interested in what Shawn Hoover got going on. Shawn Hoover then got himself another RICO case, and it's bumped Nesto. Okay. What does this mean to Nesto? I don't know if there's someone else in the public defender's office that can help him, but it sounds like what he's got going on is postponed. And I wonder if court's going to be postponed for him, because if they have a date scheduled, I mean, there is a backup attorney, which is Joy, Miss Joy. Okay. So he has Joy. I think it's Joy. Is it Joy Walker? Hold on a second. I think it's Joy Walker. Yes. So Joy Walker, I don't know if she can take over for Shawn. I don't know what her specialty is, if she's ready to come in and to help out and kind of handle things for Nesto to take this next meeting that he's gonna have with, hold on a second. Let's pull up Joy's. So Joy works with, is this, make sure. Okay, so yes, Georgia Public Defenders Council. So this is Joy that we've seen at the courthouse. Okay. And her title is managing attorney over there at that particular office. I think there's multiple offices in Atlanta, and she's got the title of managing attorney. So is she going to be able to step up and step in while Roberto is not there? Or does that put everything on freeze hold until Nesto's primary attorney comes back? Nesto, girl, I mean, because this case sounds pretty substantial, and it sounds like he's going to be busy. And the fact that Judge Dunaway hasn't even ruled on anything, I would be very concerned. So a leave of absence, we've seen this before. So if you look, okay, let's look at Nesto's case, okay? When they file a leave of absence, it could be for Christmas vacation. It could be a block out of, I'm going to be out of the office for 2 weeks. And so you're thinking leave of absence at your job. A leave of absence from a case could be, these are times that I'm blacking out because I'm not going to be available. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have the same weight or meaning. It's a notification to let the scheduling, the people who are managing the calendars and scheduling for any kind of anything that's going on with a particular case, to let them know you are not available. So it's not like an HR leave of absence, it's a case leave of absence. So leave of absence could be, I'm going on my honeymoon for a week. Don't schedule me from June 1st to June 10th. I will not be available. Okay. So looking at Nesto's case right here, these are the leave of absences that have been filed. So previously, so there's a leave of absence that was filed. Can y'all see this? Okay. Let me move this comment. So let's see. So there was a leave of absence that was filed yesterday. Okay. There was a leave of absence that was for June of 2024, right? Let's see what that one was. This is Shawn Hoover. Again, Shawn Hoover, who appears respectfully, notifies the judge and to whom there are cases pending, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be in training. Do you see this? Training from July 22nd to July 24th. I'm going to be on personal leave. So Christmas and nothing was going to be scheduled during Christmas anyway, but this is to let the court know in case there was an emergency, anything. And look at the mistakes. This is no mistake. Number one, okay, so this is the date. Shawn knows he's got GD GPDC training in July, right? So he's on the case. He's going ahead and filing these days, right? December 23rd, 2024 through January 3rd, 2025. This is not a guy who's got an eye for detail. This is someone who submits routinely. I'm going to say routinely based on now 2 documents with mistakes. Okay. And we all make mistakes. Nobody's picking on Roberto. I'm just stating a fact. This is another document that we're seeing of a leave of absence nature that has a mistake. So he's going to be gone from December 23rd, which is the Christmas holidays, through January 3rd of 2025 on Christmas holidays. So in the event there was a emergency filing, they already know, the court is aware that he's out of the office. Now, these I think were Hannah. Those were Hannah Rondon out of the office. Okay. How do I know? Because just go back. I'm sure we've probably talked about that, but sometimes I don't bubble up LOAs just because, but it was interesting because Nesto has court. Okay. Nesto has court coming up on June 10th, and his lawyer is not available. So it doesn't mean that Joy can't show up for him. I don't know what it's going to mean. I'm going to assume because Joy does work in the same office. Joy is, she has been there. When you've seen the Black woman sitting at the table with Shawn, that's Joy. Joy is the managing attorney in the office. It's possible that Joy could end up showing up for Nesto, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. It's all part of his karma. Hoover already told Nesto he'll be able to walk out in June. Hoover already told Nesto he'll be able to walk out in June. That's why Nesto has been saying it ain't long now. How is he going to walk out in June when he has 2 other pending cases? And in theory, with the RICO or without the RICO, he's got a case in Henry County that still has him on hold. So did they say that, or it's just what he's been saying? It's not going to be long now. Are you saying that's what you're putting together based on what Nesto's been saying, or he better plea? Well, he doesn't have a deal on the table, so I don't know. Isn't it just a plea? Not so the final plea is, so this was supposed to be what was supposed to happen 3 months ago, like the final look. We've seen this probably 6 times on the calendar. Yes, he's put in a not guilty plea, but this is the final before pretrial. So if you guys were listening when Pam had her videographer there, the court proceedings, he told Mr. Williams that we're going to try and get you in after the beginning of the year, and that didn't happen. What happened? Shawn started putting in all of those damn motions that held everything up. Okay. Now, this was supposed to be kind of the last of the last before pretrial. So how many pleads do they put in? Girl, I don't work for Fulton County, so I can't tell you, but he has put in a plea. His plea is not guilty. So it's a final plea and hopefully starting to schedule. I don't know. This guy is not getting out no time soon. To me, it was just like, it was giving this, and that's why I put Sonya's face on there. Sonya, if you wanted to have a hand in holding Nesto up, girl, you did it. Okay, girl, you did that. Okay. Sonya, you did that. I don't know. I don't know what he knows. I don't know if he's aware yet of what's going on. I need to check and see. if I can find anything out, if there's any phone calls or anything in the last week where they're talking about this. I feel like all they're doing is tablet calling right now. Whew. I don't know that Nesto is going to say anything. Do you think Nesto is actually going to sit there and complain about any kind of delays that could have occurred because Shawn has another case afoot? I mean, Shawn has a pretty hefty workload. I cannot imagine that this man has any free time. Shawn was like, his clients too worried about the YouTube stream. Okay, Leandra. I mean, let's talk about that for a minute. You're so worried about what's going on the YouTube. Not to say that those young boys over there aren't with the shenanigans. Girl, Money Power, girl. What's their name called, baby? The Money Power and Loyalty crew is not to say that they're not full of with the shits. I wonder if that's going to be televised. Girl, we can get a good idea of how Shawn works. If he's going to do opening statements, we might have to look into this a little bit because this seems like this is going to be, girl, we don't know what they're doing in Lawrence County. Is anybody from Georgia familiar with Lawrence County and where it is in relation to Fulton County? Is it a surrounding? It seems like he's going to be busy. He's got murder cases. There's multiple murder cases dealing in cocaine, fentanyl. This is some serious. This is an actual RICO. So he's actually getting ready to work on a RICO case that seems to be pretty substantial. Nesto's crying in a corner. Nesto's best option is to plead with a deal being offered. But my point, we don't know. Look at your. It's the avatars for me, guys. How do you guys expect me to give straight answers with these avatars? Okay. Mm. Okay. Had any of you guys heard about this case? Did you guys know of anything about this? Girl, I keep forgetting the name of the case. Hold on. MPL. Are they supposed to be like BMF? Girl. Lawrence, the Attorney General Gang Prosecution Unit presented the evidence to the Lawrence County Grand Jury, resulting in an indictment of 11 defendants. Okay. Oh, you all hadn't heard about this. Okay. 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 All right. Does Nesto ask for quick and speedy? Girl, quick and speedy trial, baby, that's off the table. When Nesto was arrested, fast and speedy trial was suspended due to the pandemic and the backlog. I don't know if they're grandfathering that, but considering that this RICO trial has been tarrying on for over a year, I'm assuming. So good question. Thank you for asking that. So let's see what happened here, right? Last year, and this is just off the top of my head. Last April, Nesto was charged with a RICO, right? They went to court, and what happened when they went to court? Who asked for more time? Who? When the judge said, "Are y'all ready to get rocking and rolling?" I'm paraphrasing. When the judge said, "Are y'all ready to go?" Who asked for more time? Was that dude that wears the tight suit and has the big hips and bootay? Who asked for more time? So Nesto's lawyer asked for more time. Did that waive his fast and speedy trial? I don't know. I don't know if there's something that's been filed. I'll have to look through here. I mean, we can take a scroll and see what has been filed Let me resort this from the top to the bottom. We can take a scroll. It's possible in Roberto asking for more time, that could have waived the defendant's right to a fast and speedy, but also just considering, I would almost think that when they asked for more time, that may have that could have been something. I don't know. That could have been a waiver of fast and speedy. I don't know. That's a good question, but I recall them wanting to move a little faster, and Shawn said he needed more time. The prosecution said they were ready to go. The defense said that they were not. And the defense has, over the last several months, been filing and filing and filing, and the judge has made no decisions, which we have talked about on numerous occasions. So this is not the first time y'all are hearing this. We have talked about this on numerous occasions, that Judge Dunaway has taken his sweet time and has not ruled on anything other than the gag order. The only thing that Judge Dunaway has not ruled on is the gag order. Okay? I just read this comment. Okay. Shawn is trying to get out of a no-win case of Nasty Nesto. Wow. Let's see. Plus, they did crimes in Lawrence County, not Fulton County. Work in progress. What is that? Okay. It doesn't. Shawn, I guess, is a lawyer that works for the state, so he provides his free 99 services, I guess, to whomever, wherever, for whatever. Lawrence County to Fulton County. Let's see where that is. Lawrence County. Oh, Jesus. He's not going to even be in town. Okay. Lawrence County. Hold on a second. Lawrence County is giving, girl, it's on the other side of Athens. It's damn near in, it's barely in Georgia. It's damn near, it's in between Greenville, South Carolina and Columbia. Girl, that's where I'm right here. Can y'all see that? Hold on. So if you're looking at the map, there's Atlanta, Fulton County. Take a nice ride up 85. You're almost in Greenville. And it's right here in between Greenville and Columbia. And that's Charlotte right here. The other side of Rock Hill is Charlotte. So, my God. Hold on. I just messed up the map. Let's see. That's crazy. He's not even going to be in town. Let the truth be told. Let's see. Hold up. So it's a 2 hour and 38 minutes from Fulton County to get to Lawrence County. So he's going to, I mean, I would almost think he's going to be out of town. That's a 5-hour drive every day to go back and forth. I'm sure Sir will be in town for that business. Wow. Ooh. But that's barely Georgia anymore. I wonder where the state line is. Okay, well, is Lawrence County even? Oh, it is South Carolina. Because I'm like, is that even Georgia? So are these? So that it is South Carolina. Lawrence County is located in South Carolina. So, I don't know. It's a RICO in South Carolina. All right, let me get back to over here. But this is a Georgia. I guess we have to read the indictment. I will post the indictment. Anybody who's interested in hearing more about this situation. Girl, I see human trafficking on here. Am I seeing that correct? Girl, it's 116-page indictment. Are there exhibits or is this all talk? Oh my God. Let's see. Girl, I'm going straight for the pictures. I'm sorry. Wow. It's a lot. Let me see. Yeah, it's straight up. There's no exhibits. It is a straight up and down 116-page indictment. And it's interesting though. It's on the Georgia Office of the Attorney General, State of Georgia. Why is it playing out in Lawrence County? Is it playing out in Lawrence County? I wonder why. This case is investigated. We'll find out. It's just interesting. Why is it playing out in Lawrence County when Lawrence County is in South Carolina? Unless maybe it straddles South Carolina and Georgia. I'm not really sure. Or maybe there's a Lawrence County, Georgia. Let me just be sure I got the right Lawrence County. Hold on. Let me do that. Lawrence County, Georgia. Lawrence County, Georgia. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I had that wrong. Okay, let's look at this. Where is this? Girl, I see Andersonville, Macon. Okay. Where is that in relation to? There's Savannah. Okay, so it's going out west. It's going out east towards the beach. There's Augusta. Okay, Atlanta. Okay. There we see. Okay, there's Atlanta. Okay, so there's a Lawrence County, South Carolina, but that was the wrong one. It's Lawrence County over down here. So here's Atlanta, there's Augusta, there's Lawrence County. So okay, here's the Florida state line right here. It's still a decent amount of time depending on. So yeah. I mean, Sir is going to be out of town, put it that way. So do you guys, girl, you said big ass Shawn, tight suit. All right, let me find my appropriate tab again. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm still blaming Sonya for all of this. I think Sonya and all of her jockeying for position, I think all of her take it to the box. I think all of her. So let me just stand on the record. Okay, so there is a Lawrence County, South Carolina. That's not it. It's Lawrence County, Georgia. And it looks like it's still at least an hour or two away from. It's on the other side of Macon. Excuse me, guys. So Macon is a 2 hour. So it's got to be at least a 2 hour drive. MPL defendants list is longer than War and Peace novel. Okay. Anything that I have on this that I just showed you guys, I will make it available for y'all on Patreon. You guys can go take a look at it if you want to read through it. If it's something that you guys want to keep our eye on when it happens, we can keep our eye on it. It's months away, so it's not anything. Just to see, only thing I would be interested in is just checking out Shawn's opening statements just to see kind of like what he's working with. In terms of how he argues cases, but I feel like we saw him in court recently we were looking at something and there were some people who were pleading to something and Shawn was right there with the people except taking a plea. So I don't know if he's a sound litigator, like what he's got going on in that courtroom, or does he help usher people to um plea deals? I don't know. I really don't know. So I guess we'll see. Clearly, nothing's happening on Nesto's case. Hey, Bon, how are you, boo? Not far from Atlanta. Okay. It's between, yes. Okay. Silly side hadn't been making so many demands. I believe Shawn would have gotten Nesto to trial. This whole thing, and we've talked about this numerous times, but what I'm going to say is this. If Nesto hadn't been trying to push the issue, and I get it, if the police officers broke the law, I am certainly not saying that they should not fight for what's right. Okay? Make no mistake. I don't think that if someone did something wrong, that you have to accept that. But at the end of the day, Nesto has done so much foolishness to stand up and try to make it seem like shit was purposely done to you to try to impede it, and to try to be in your way, try to infringe on your rights, to make you less than human, to do all of these things. We've heard Nesto say they threw him to the ground. There is no body cam footage showing he was thrown to anybody's ground. There is no body cam footage to show that they talked to him any type of way. It seems that they were very gentle with Sir. They gave him all kinds of respect as a man and read him his rights and very gently and gingerly put him in the back of that car. The way he made it sound like they damn near roughed him up and made him feel some type of way is all a lie. And then his version of what happened, it's like always all a big fucking lie. So he's got people out here running around doing his bidding. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't pan out to anything because, well, sir, you want to get the benefits of a married man, but turns out you never divorced a couple of your previous wives. So guess what? What you could have relied on as a married man, you can't rely on because guess what? You weren't married. You were living as such. That's why your wife is still getting your wife got a divorce just to make it very legal and have some paperwork on file on your ass. And you showed up to the divorce proceedings. You opted in, you were sworn in, you opted in, you agreed to the divorce, dummy. And it wasn't legal. And when you did all that, you also furthermore certified the bigamy charges because you weren't not divorced from at least 1 to 2, possibly 3 of your previous wives. You got a lot. You keep having these people go on wild goose chases to defend you, but what they're going on wild goose chases to defend doesn't ever turn out to be anything because Sir's life was in shambles, but he was covering it up and covering it up. And it's almost impossible to defend this guy. If Nesto had his pit side hand, he would have been working more on his defense and less on going after bloggers. Okay, his case would have been further along. Girl, yeah. I mean, all I could think of when I saw this was, oh well, see, it's either going to be another delay unless Joy, taps in to step in for that particular date so they can stay, because it doesn't necessarily mean anything. He's got 2 lawyers that have entered appearance in on this case. Joy is on the entry of appearance. Let me see if I can pull it up. When Shawn, oh, I said we were going to do this, right? When Shawn entered, I guess we could go over to, only reason why I like using this is because number one, it's like a little easier to follow. Okay. So here's the final plea, right? Now, when they filed the notice of appearance, so when they basically clock in and say, I'm on the case, Joy entered in. I think she was on that notice of appearance. Hold on. So if you remember, okay, so let's start from the top. We've looked at all of this stuff before. So leave of absence that was filed yesterday. We just talked about it. The supplement certificate, the 4th discovery, we've done a whole entire live on that right here. Don't make sure you guys can see. Okay. Okay. The state's response, the 277 document, you guys have seen that. We did a whole live on that. The state's response to the motion to dismiss, you guys have seen that. State's notice of service for amended subpoena. Okay, that is the updated copy of Sonia's subpoena. So when Sonia reached out to Will Wooten and Will Wooten responded, and this is what you need to do to get yourself out of hot water. That was that. That was the get yourself out of hot water document. We've seen that. This is the brief that Roberto filed in secret that we couldn't see, but Will Wooten got messy and filed it, I think in this one, the 277 page document. So he was trying to be cute and Will was cuter. Okay. This is the state's subpoena to Sonia to bring that ass and bring us what we want and need. That was that. Okay. This is, was that? Okay. This was the, Natalie Fields, come to court. Okay. Natalie, come to court. Okay. All right. Rule 22. That means somebody wanted to have permission to film. Notice of conflict. What was that? Did I read that? Notice of conflict. What was that? Let's see. I feel like I've seen that, but let me go to Fulton County and check it out. Hold on. I'm like, what was that? We'll see in just a second. If you are enjoying this live, make sure to hit the thumbs up for me, please, because sis likes encouragement. And if for only a thumbs up, why would you not? Okay. Let's see. All right. We're over here on Fulton County now. Okay, so let's see. Notice. Okay, this notice right here. What is this? Okay, the notice. Okay. Notice of attorney conflict and method of resolution. I certify that I am lead counsel on multiple matters in multiple jurisdictions, both the jury and non-jury calendars during 12/3/24. Look at the mistakes this guy makes all the fucking time. Are you seeing this? Are you catching this? Thank you, Shannon Boyd. We haven't gone through the docket in a minute, so I'm happy to do this. I certify that I'm lead counsel in multiple matters in multiple jurisdictions on both. So he filed this in secret. Okay. You see how he filed this? Well, let me take that back. He filed it. I guess I did not purchase it. So therefore, let's see. Does this pull up? Oh, it does. Okay. So check this one out right here. Let me show you over here. This might be easier to read. Okay, so on 12/3/24, he filed this in, it's visible. So he says, I certify that I am lead counsel on multiple matters in multiple jurisdictions, multiple courtrooms, the both jury, non-jury calendars, December 4th through December 27th. My clients' matters and their interests cannot be adequately protected by any other attorney with whom I am associated with in and am only attorney currently employed by the state in conflict public defender's office. So look, let me say this. Nesto's screwed. If this is what Shawn really feels, he didn't file this, but if this is actually the case that only he is in a position to work these cases, Nesto is on here from a December filing. So I'm just going to assume that his court date might get rescheduled. Because in December, he filed this stating that he was the only person who could work on Ernest, Jarquavius, okay, John Kevius Anderson. So these are people who might be, so this guy right here, Anderson, I know definitely is on that RICO case we just looked at. Luther Osbrook in Fulton County. I'm not familiar with his case, but it's back from 2018. And then Jarvius Chesting, also in Fulton County. He's saying he's the only person who can work on these. I am lead counsel on multiple matters, multiple courtrooms, on both a jury and non-jury calendars. My clients' matters and their interests cannot be adequately protected by any other attorney with whom I associate in that I am the only attorney currently employed by the state in the conflict public defender's office. So, okay, so that's one of the conflicts that he had posted. This one, is this the same thing? That's this one that we were looking at on the other thing. And he's listing some more of his clients, which show up on that other. So look at the dates again. I don't know, he doesn't pay attention to his situation. So 12/3 to 1/3, which should have been 25. My clients' matters and their interests cannot be adequately protected by any other attorney with whom I am associated with. And then he's got Ernest Williams on there too. Okay. Ernest might be on hold, y'all. He very well might just be on hold. Okay. Let me drop some coins on sis who dropped some coins on me. Okay, thank you, Shannon. Thank you to my other sis with your member milestone. Thank you. Okay. Watch how happy she's going to be telling him that they just delayed your court case, and I don't understand you. He was dealing with you first, and you know she's gonna have something to say. Somebody slapped me. I started to feel sorry for Ernest. Girl, let's keep going. Let's refocus, y'all. Okay. Let me look on this screen because I feel like this screen tells the story like a little like more streamlined. Okay, so we started from here. Are we all okay? We're all in our same place. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Supplemental brief. We know what that was. We saw the subpoena. We had the motions hearing on 12/18. I feel like that got canceled, didn't it? Remember when everybody went to court and there was no court? All right. What was that? Oh, that was the Natalie Fields come to court, Rule 22. Those are the conflicts. We just looked at those. Motions hearing, 11/7. A scheduling order. So remember that when they put the scheduling order out, we looked at that. Hold on. and they talked about having him in the scheduling for the year. He was supposed to actually start trial in January, and then Roberto decided to start playing with Will Wooten, and then Will Wooten wasn't playing with him, and then Judge Dunaway was like, y'all can play if you want to. I'll just wait till y'all are done. And then when y'all are done, I will drop my decisions. I guess. I don't know. This is taking a minute to load. Okay, let's see. Okay, scheduling order. I think I did a whole video on this. This was 11-1. The case is subject to standing order scheduling. This is when they directed, so basically to how Judge Dunaway's court operates. Under the link, scheduling, the rules and procedures set forth in the SSO. So this was when we thought there was court, and then court got canceled. And then, so there was the motions hearing November 22nd. There was the responses that were all due. This was going to be in the event Nesto was going to go to trial, right, in January. So they were saying that it was going to be in the next, this trial period coming up, right? So it was, here's a court date. The responses are due by December 6th. There's going to be hearing on December 18th. Courtesy copies of all motions must be filed. The final plea, this case will appear in the court's January 16 final plea calendar. Well, it's damn March 25th now. So it did not. Nesto's court case should have been done by now. In all theories, if we had stuck to this schedule, we would know what was happening with this case would be over by now. This case will appear in the court's January 16, 2025 final plea calendar. Defendant will receive separate notice concerning this calendar, so ordered first day of. So this is, I mean, it could be, who even knows? Back to the docket. Okay. Okay. That was the scheduling order back in November. None of that was adhered to or kept up with. So, okay, state's response to the opposition to suppress the vehicle search, all of that nonsense. The third certificate of discovery. Are we following? If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, hit the thumbs up for me. This was the third certificate. We've done a video. I did a video specifically on all of the certificates of discovery. And individually, I think I've done videos on discovery. So if you just type in on my channel, discovery, all of those videos are there. Order denying defendant's motion. Is this the one for the gag order? Which one is this? Let's see. Gosh. All right, let's go over here. Scheduling order. Opposite. Did it come up yet? No. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is the one. This is the one order. Can y'all see this? Share on this tab. Okay. This is the one order that Judge Dunaway has made a decision on. This is filed October 2nd, 24. Order denying defendant's motion for imposition of gag order. A hearing in this matter was held on September 16th on the defendant's motion for imposition of a gag order from the prosecution, counsel for defense, potential witnesses, court personnel, members of law enforcement investigating Ernest Williams, and members of the media Having reviewed and considered the pleadings, arguments of the counsel for the parties and the record as a whole, the court finds the record presently before the court does not support a reasonable, and I'm going to emphasize reasonable, likelihood of prejudice sufficient to justify a gag order in this case. Period. So ordered. Defendant's motion is denied. So ordered. The 30th day of September. Judge Eric Dunaway. We definitely covered that. Okay. All right. Okay, that was that notice. Notice. Conflict notice. Okay, let's keep going. Leave of absence. That was a leave of absence. Okay, we're going the wrong way. My bad. Okay. Okay, that was the order. Okay. All right. This is a lot. We might not have time for all of this. We'll have to come back and do a part 2 on this. Because I don't want to. I'm actually going to have to shut this live down and start a new one. I don't know why this is taking so long. Hold on a second. Let me. Oh, because I resorted it. Okay. So motion to suppress the vehicle search. I feel like Will Wooten included that into a document. The motion that Roberto filed. Are we on the same page, guys? Motion to suppress the vehicle search. Roberto hid it, but this is what it looks like when it's hidden on Research Georgia. And then on here, this motion, is this it here? Did he unhide it? Interesting. So he unhid it. Now it's available. Isn't that interesting? So this is the document. Let me just make sure. Was it September 12th? Or was that the one on September 30th? September 12th. Okay, that's not it. So September 30th. Let's look at that one over here. September 30th. Motion. This was September 12th. Okay. I don't think that's it. Anyway, let's just stick with over here. Let me just go back. Sorry, guys. I'm floating in between Fulton County actual website, and then this is the Research Georgia that kind of scrubs the whole state. So you can pull, it scrubs the whole state. I'll put it like that. Anyway, okay. Rule 22, North Carolina conflicts pursuant. So this is another one where he's filing that he's going to probably be out of the office. I don't know what's I'm pulling up. You see this one? So Rule 22, Law Intellect. So we know who that is. That's Pam, right? Filing a Rule 22. Okay. So sometimes you'll see when someone is filing a Rule 22, it may have a name, it may not have a name. It just probably just depends on who enters the document into the system. This was another conflict that was posted. Check this one out. All judges. Okay, so this is a conflict from Will Wooten. So we saw the one from Shawn, right? Here's Will Wooten, 9/25/24. And it says, come now, Deputy District Attorney Will Wooten, and respectfully notifies all judges before whom he has cases pending, all affected clerk of courts and opposing counsel, that he has court conflicts Wednesday, October 2nd. So one day, sir is going to be out of the office or busy at 9:30. So please don't schedule me. So undersigned is lead counsel in 2 or more identified. So State versus Ernest Williams, State versus Robert McClure. Okay. So on that date, there was some sort of court proceeding scheduled for final plea on Wednesday. He was scheduled for final plea on October 2nd. Okay. And what happened? When is final plea scheduled now, guys, in the comments? When is final plea now? It's in June, 8 months later. Final plea was supposed to be 8 months ago. When final plea actually happens, if it happens in June, if because Roberto is out of the office, baby, it could be a whole nother year. Do you imagine if it's on October 25 or September 25? Because that RICO that he's getting ready to be on is gonna probably could possibly last for a long time. So basically, this is another one of these that, like, I'm going to be out of the office, so schedule accordingly. And I think Will Wooten did make it to court that day. Matters cannot be adequately handled and the state's interests adequately protected by any other counsel. So he couldn't send a substitute to sit in for him because he is only uniquely up to not necessarily qualified, but qualified in the sense that I am intimately knowledgeable about this case. I'm managing the case. I know the strategy of the case because of all of the time invested. Like, there's no other attorney that can come and stand in for me to do what I'm doing on this case. So because of that, and I'm otherwise engaged, I need for this to I need to for it to either be rescheduled or know that I'm going to be late, something of that nature. So this is one of those, right? Okay. Um, so conflicts, let's see. We just looked at that the 912, another Rule 22, notice of supplemental, 34 pages. Okay, that was the gag order filing, another demand for discovery, all of these things, okay? Certificate of discovery, notice of intent to offer intrinsic evidence. We went through all of that, 68 pages, okay? This might have been the second discovery right here. So, I mean, we've gone through all of this. So here was another leave of absence. I think we just looked at that one. I, Shawn Hoover, appears respectfully. All opposing, I will be leave pursuant to uniform rules. Okay, so from July 22nd to July 24th. Okay, we saw this one already. So he was putting in ahead of time some time that he needed to be out. So that's that right there. Okay. This was the first discovery. We went through that top to the bottom. This is where we'll be out of Shawn soon and back where Hannah Rondon was still in the mist on the docket, and maybe even there could even be a Crail. No, there wouldn't be a Crail on there because when this was updated, I don't think Crail was gone by then, or just not doing anything. I don't know why this is taking so long. Okay, are we on page 3? Okay. Discovery, state's witness list. We've done all that. Plea and arraignment. And then we've got the indictment, his criminal indictment, 35 pages back in April of 2024. The pre-indictment, ORCA consent. This is really where Shawn Hoover entered the chat. This is the one that I would think I was talking about when Shawn and Miss Ma'am entered the chat. All right, let me shut this page because I don't. You know what? I feel like it keeps wanting me to download these pages. Okay. I feel like because I own the document already, it keeps wanting me to download, but I probably already have it. It was just easier for me to click on it. Hold on a second. Let me. Here it is. Okay. It keeps wanting me to download. Okay. So this was it right here. So the 4-6. The undersigned counsel hereby makes his appearance on behalf of the defendant in the above styled action. This is 426. Shawn Hoover and Joy Walker. There's Shawn and Joy. So they're both listed for the case. They're both listed. Now he's probably lead attorney, counsel for the defendant. They're both making an appearance, so it is possible that Joy could probably step in because she's been at the table every hearing and she entered herself onto the case. Counsel for defendant. Okay. Okay.
That's the best you can do. They say like
We're in charge.
Okay, guys, we went through the docket. Okay. Nothing on the essay in the grape. Nothing. When I tell you nothing, I went looking. Now that could have changed, baby. I looked at it last week and I didn't see anything. So I will take another look and see. I will take a look, see, and go inspect what I expect, which is absolutely nothing. Okay. Why doesn't YouTube have a color or symbol ID for Patreon members? Maybe if they integrate Patreon with, maybe if YouTube and Patreon decide to integrate with each other, they will, but I don't know that those two entities are integrated. Why doesn't YouTube have a color or symbol for Patreon members? That would be, yeah, I mean, if they were integrated, maybe they would, but I don't think that they are. So they're two different things. It's like being a subscriber on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's just separate platforms. That's a good question. I would bubble that up to YouTube or Patreon. But I don't believe that there's any integration of the two platforms to be able to kind of like, so for instance, Discord. In Discord and YouTube integrate to a certain degree. And YouTube and Discord integrate, and there's a way to pull your YouTube members from the platform into Discord. Yes, there's a way in Discord you can do something where if you wanted to create like a space or a place, you can do that in Discord. So if you said all my members on YouTube, I'm going to drop you into a Discord. That's possible there. There's an integration component with that. It's very complicated. But yeah, Patreon doesn't have that functionality yet. It's possible. I think anything is possible. I think when people bubble up, like it gives the developers like, oh, I mean, we're hearing from the boots on the ground that they would like to have that. So if that's something you find interesting, hit the help button on Patreon. Just bubble it up, because you never know when you plant a seed of an idea with the development team. That could even be something that they have on the board, because I know it's doable from a Discord perspective. You're not going to see the Discord flag on YouTube, but there's some functionality of an integration kind of one way into Discord from YouTube. Okay. No tea, no shade, but I love when our girl Bougie comes with the details and receipts. Oh. Well, Joy is a managing attorney, which I think that just means that she's like the lead attorney of the office. So she might be more senior, more tenured, she might just be more, like you said, more fabulous. If that's what was said, I don't know. Okay, guys, I'm going to put, what else did I need to put? I'll drop this into Patreon for you guys. Any of you guys who keep up with the documents. Yeah, it's worth dropping that, because you never know. You think of something, there's someone else who's thinking of the same thing. And it's just a matter of requesting enough, because who would have thought, like 5-10 years ago, some of the things that we now have integrated that we kind of take for granted, that have become kind of like just SOP, um weren't a random thought from a user. You know what I'm saying? So there are plenty of things that were developed due to user experience feedback, and that's some user experience feedback that I think is quite valuable. Okay, guys. When I come back, I do want to talk about what happened with the young girl in Toledo, Ohio. It's very, 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 very messy. So I do want to talk about that, but I also want to get us caught up on something else too. So when I come back, there's going to be two things to talk about. Why is it every time I give you a great compliment and accolades, my comment doesn't show? Understand, I have to click on it, boo. Sometimes I'm just reading. Sometimes I'm just reading. Every comment doesn't get, sometimes I'm literally just reading and I don't click on everything. So it's not just take yourself out of it. It's all me. And it's not just me with your comment. It's just me not clicking on everything. Okay. We can see your comments. Your comments are visible. It's just, I have to actually manually click. Okay. And if I don't manually click, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what you meant. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll be back, y'all. If you don't see yourself on the screen, it might be because I did not click. Now, as far as it being seen in the chat, I didn't even have that one open. It doesn't show in the chat. I see you in the chat. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Mm. See right here? See right here? You're right. I forgot they're separate. Like, that might just be you, sis. You might need to refresh your screen. I don't know what to tell you, hun, but we see you. Okay. We see you and we see you. Okay. All right. All your comments right there, right there, right there. Okay. Like this, like that. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. I think I'm going to be back at 1:30. I'm going to set up a live for 1:30-ish. And okay. I'll see you guys a little bit later on. Okay. Take care. Have a good afternoon.